Welcome back to ALW Collectibles. Today we're jumping back to 1997 in the Beast Wars toy line. This time we're taking a look at Deluxe Class Grimlock. Remember, him no kisser, him king. Yes, Beast Wars did in fact have a Grimlock, and here he is. A vicious Velociraptor. And not really good at hiding. Of course, this is a recolor of the mold from Dinobot from 1996 with just a tiny bit of tweaks. And interesting enough, a little side note with him, in the second wave of the third year of the Beast Wars, he was the only new toy released. Every other toy released in that wave was a re-release from previous sets. So, way to go, Grimlock. So what you see with this set is what we get. We get Grimlock himself, a spinning slasher sword, and a tailbone sword. We'll take a look at those. And of course, as always, you get a bio card. We'll look at that in just a few seconds. Of course, Grimlock here is done in a white, gold, and dark blue color scheme with green eyes. You got red in the mouth there. And the interesting part is, because it was an early generation toys for Transformers, he suffers from GPS very bad. Mine suffers from it horrendously. GPS, for people who do not know what that is gold plastic syndrome. It is brittle. And I will show you that on my mold. I'm amazed he's still together, to be honest, given his age and stuff. Having said all that, let's take a look at this guy again. Overall, I cannot say enough about this mold. It looks really awesome. You got gold on the bottom, white for the tail, the blue going down his back. Red inside the mouth, green for the eyes. Mouth does open and close. Hands do move. Hips will go all the way around. Thigh rotation. Knee bend. Toes. And his tail does spin. Let's take a quick look at his bio card. I'm going to stick right there. If anybody wants to pause and read it, go for it. I'll bring it closer to the camera in a second. Love this photo of Grimlock. Looks really nice. The texturing of the photo is actually on the toy. The texturing on this guy is amazing. Even down his back. The only part that's not textured is the top of the head, but the sides, phenomenal job with this one. So, Grimlock, his strength is an 8. His intelligence is a 7. Speed is a 7. Endurance is a 5. I kind of disagree with that one. Should be higher. Rank is a 5. Courage is a 9. Firepower is a 6. And skill is a 7. Maximal Grimlock function. Attack specialist. In another era where wars were waged between the Autobots and Decepticons, Grimlock was a stalwart defender of the heroic Autobot cause. Today, disguised as a vicious Velociraptor, Grimlock continues to battle against the interstellar tyranny as he fights the evil Predacons. After converting into robot mode, his spinning slasher sword, hidden within his tail, slices through the Predacon legions. And when the attack is over, you can usually find him flossing his fangs with the internal wiring of his battle-beaten enemies. I'll hold that up there for you. Want to pause, take a look at that, read it, go for it. And of course, this was just the back of his package. So we're going to transform him, and we're going to take a look at this GPS on him at the same time. So the first thing we're going to do is tail from this spot right back here. We're just going to remove that. And as soon as I start the transformation, you're going to see the GPS. First thing I'm going to do is just pop this piece out of the way completely, like so. And I'm going to bring his legs down, and you're going to see 1, 2. You can see the broken piece here, the broken piece here. There's the clip. And there are eternal rings inside of here. It is so brittle over the time. Mine just broke in literally. I'm just doing this to show you how gentle, how offset that can be. You can literally take my Grimlock almost completely apart now. I just discovered this yesterday when I was getting ready to film this. So, yeah, it's sad, but it happens. That's not part of the transformation. So, let's continue with transformation. We're going to take this whole panel that I just moved and bring it up like so. And on the other side, like so. I'm going to open his feet. And I'm just going to take right at the knee and rotate it around. And I'm going to take the top half of the dyno. I'm going to open this panel on the back of the head. And I'm just going to flip the whole thing down. And I'm going to close that panel one more time. See, now the internal rings are actually falling out because I haven't moved them around since I found out. I am going to flatten this out. And I'm going to put this knob in here. Like so. Now, Hasbro doesn't really tell you what to do with the dyno arms. I'll show you what I do with mine. You do with what as you wish. I rotate his shoulder forward. As the bicep, rotate his bicep. And I take these and I put them on the back of here. So they're out of my way. Plus it kind of like holds things in place a little bit. So I take this and I tuck it in behind here like so. As you see, it kind of holds it in place. Rotate, rotate, close the hands, turn the head around, and then I open the bone skull cast in gold, and there is Grimlock in his robot mode. And that looks really cool. So again, GPS syndrome for 1990s Transformers Generation 2 is real, and it really does total the gold figures. I have Generation 2 Slingshot. I have replaced 2 of them. I'm actually on my getting ready to replace them again because he is completely fallen apart. Now back to Grimlock. Let's take a look at that robot mode. Green eyes, dark blue for the helmet. And I love this, the bone helmet. Anybody who had the Dinobot, a lot of us just remove this and put it in a bag or something. But with Grimlock, it actually shows it on his head, so it looks really cool. I love how the Dino's head falls right in the middle here. You can actually hear some of that gold plastic is still rumbling around in there. I didn't realize it when I picked it up off the shelf. Articulation, these of course will move. Head will go all the way around. I am holding the back right here. Shoulder, out. Bicep, elbow, and foot, because that was the Dino's foot. Leg. So, here's the drawback. He does not really have a good big boot. Back boot is non-existent, and he really can only do a partial split. But he's got good knee bend, rotation of the knee, and articulation in the foot. So we're going to open these back up because you're going to want those pegs. So we're going to take a look at his slashing spinning weapon. We're going to open the tail. There's no tab or anything. You just use your nail and pop it apart. And this little button here is your trigger. And then you can separate these again. There's the spinning weapon. And there's the bone sword. And that is curved. And those just plug right in like so. Grimlock is ready for battle. There we go. A little bit of an odd way for him to stand, but it works. It works. You can even move this so the light gets back into his eyes. So this has been Transformers Beast Wars from 1997 Grimlock. Let me know in the comments what you think of this mold. Also, let me know if you've ever experienced problems with GPS. Like I said, I've had a lot of figures from the Generation 2 and the Beast Wars have suffered greatly from it. But overall, I would rate this, if I was still rating figures, I'd say at least an 8 out of 10. Couple drawbacks, but overall, fantastic. And GPS is what would take a 1.5 away from me easily. But that is just my opinion. This has been ALW Collectibles. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you wish. Comments are always welcome. I want to say thank you to all the channel subscribers and all the comments and everything. I do appreciate it very, very much. Many more videos headed your way. I'm going to get ready for my next video, and Grimlock is going to go take out some Predacons. You have a good day.